Hi, I'm Paul Shelton with CDW, and today I want to have a conversation about security threats and what CDW can help you do about it. Threats today are increasingly more pervasive as we deal with things like ransomware, we deal with things like spear phishing and targeted phishing attacks, we deal with things like insider threats, where the problem is not from without, but from within. Or we've done a good job on the perimeter over these years. We've done a really good job of making sure that the people stay out when we want them to stay out. We haven't done a particularly good job of taking care of the folks that are being bad actors from within. We've got to do all that we can to make sure that these threats haven't crept up inside and are going to cause us a problem in the places we weren't looking. And that really what it boils down to, the time that it takes us to recognize that something bad has happened on our networks. We've got to shorten that time up. And the only way to do that is to be more aware of what's going on inside of our networks and what's normal versus what's abnormal and could be potentially malicious. CDW's Threat Check, our complimentary information security service, starts with a conversation around your specific needs and your specific desires for having a security assessment. A new appliance shows up on your door, imaged and ready to go with your specific configuration. From there, we pair you up with a Threat Check engineer where they bring years of expert consulting to look at your actual traffic. The whole entire process is about a month long. We brought together 4 of the top names in the business. First up, we have Cisco's Firepower Threat Defense. This tool brings us next generation IPS, next generation anti-malware, and next generation application visibility. These 3 tools allow us to passively inspect the traffic on your network to identify the most serious of today's next generation threats. Next up is Tenable's Nessus Network Monitor. This is a vulnerability management tool that allows us to passively analyze the traffic on your network, specifically to highlight vulnerabilities. One of the few proactive things that we as security professionals can do, this is an amazing tool to allow us to take direct action before something happens instead of after. Next on the list is Spunk. Splunk is a log analytics tool that allows us to collect all of the information from these next generation security tools and bring them into one pane of glass. This allows customers to really take one solid look at what's going on inside of their environment instead of having to pop from tool to tool to tool trying to figure out what may have happened. And lastly in our collection, we bring Carbon Black's Carbon Black Response tool. Carbon Black Response solves a problem that frequently presented itself in prior versions and assessments where we would actually see indications of compromise on our workstation or bad things going on or potentially bad things going on and not be able to take it further. This allows us to dig deeper into the workstation and find out exactly what's going on and whether or not it's something we need to pay attention and time and resources into solving or whether it's benign behavior that just simply looks bad. One of the best benefits of going through this assessment is getting paired up with one of our Threat Check engineers. Years of experience and thousands of assessments have allowed them to look at this information, complete with context of your environment, to allow them to give you a set of recommendations for what to do next. Based on our observation, based on our experience, based on your environment, we think this is what you ought to do next. Thanks for joining us today to have a conversation about CDW Threat Check and to take a peek under the hood at our latest release. If you'd like to get more information or to schedule a threat check for yourself, visit us at cdw.com/threat check.